On a specified 1,000. Now playing.
It's really been in my kitchen for 20 years.
Would you kids like pancakes?
Very good.
Well, fetch me the Pankaschnoozen.
We can no have nine have pancakes.
Please tell me we're live to someone.
We can nine have pancakes without Pankaschnoozen.
Oh, we just went live, so.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, they missed the whole Pankaschnoozen story?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to go back over that.
Okay, so Bob, what is that thing on your shelf?
Oh, on my shelf?
You do that all the time in the basement.
Well, my youngest sister.
Even though we're in the kitchen, sometimes you wonder what's on Bob's shelf. Yeah.
That was worth talking about again for that.
One of these days, dude, I'm going to find the time to go back and clip that shit out and send them to you as MP3s.
Oh, that's what I want to hear.
No, because you deserve that.
Myself singing myself.
So that you can pull up your phone, you don't have to sing it again. Is that not what you've been asking for?
Sorry.
Nick, I love
Is that not, Nicholas Bader, what you've been asking for?
Yes. Oh, yeah, so I can just, yeah.
Yeah, that's, one of these days I will give you what you have been so craving.
Hold on, get the ball lifter.
No
Alright, so for people at Podbean, yes, on my shelf, my youngest sister was, when she was first married, was stationed in Germany. Her husband, who is German, wanted to explore the countryside and go shopping for little knickknacks, bric-a-brac, things like that.
Oh, the old bric-a-brac.
Yeah. On a bric-a-brac mission, they brought me back this beautiful piece of pottery from Germany that looks like a young maid with a couple of handles where her arm should be over a plate. And what we've used it for forever, because that's what we were told it was used for, was you make pancakes, and then you stack them, put them on a plate, and you use this to keep them warm.
Oh.
Is this pre-Third Reich or post?
No, post-Third Reich.
Post-Third
This is
Reich.
post...
See how I didn't say Nazi?
This is post the Berlin Wall coming down as well.
Oh, so the old Pankaschnoozen.
Yeah,
No,
I didn't know what it was called until Nick Bader was kind enough to educate me on the true name.
On the Pankaschnoozen.
Das ist eine Pankaschnoozen. You kids want pancakes? Get the Pankaschnoozen.
Ja, well, fetch die
Das ist
Pankaschnoozen.
ohne Pankaschnoozen.
Du hast es nein! Pankaschnoozen, unless du fast die Pankaschnoozen. Sorry, that was over.
Translate, please.
Joe is a very angry German.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I actually can speak German. A little bit. I'm actually quite fluent in
Are
it.
there any words that you know other than from that song?
I do.
Pankaschnoozen? No.
Das Schützenfest.
Schützenfest?
Yeah.
Das ist Klaus. Klaus wohnt in Hamburg. Anybody?
Das Schützenfest.
That is
the
Klaus.
only
Klaus
thing I know.
lives in
What kind of
Hamburg.
festival is that?
Translate, I have no idea.
I don't know what that
Okay.
means.
I just said,
Schützen.
that is Klaus. Klaus lives in Hamburg.
Right.
That's all it was.
Good to know.
Yeah.
This is totally sad because I am predominantly German.
As am I.
And I know none of the words that he's saying.
Nope.
Wohnt.
Das.
I know
Das-
That I guess.
Das ist that.
Das
Ist.
Boot.
Ist.
Die
Das,
is the.
Das ist.
Ist.
I
Is.
just know.
You want to hear me
Auswendig.
count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Incorrect.
9.
Incorrect.
No.
Und actually, in German, hold on. Und German.
11,
You know what you got? F plus.
1, 3, 5, 6,
No.
On the
4,
test.
6, 5, 6.
Nope.
Imsig, Obsig.
No, that's actually how it goes.
Leipzig.
Actually,
Schützig.
in German.
It's close.
In German, when we count,
Can we count in
It's
German,
the-
please?
it's the
Up
male
to 10,
female
up to 10.
translation.
Can we count up to 10 in German?
in German, when we count,
Yeah.
we don't start with 1, we start with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Excellent.
You have to start with 0.
But I wasn't counting from 0 to 10. I was counting from 1 to 10.
That's not what we do in Germany.
Good for Germany.
Or
See,
as we say,
that's
Deutschland.
so have you ever, Nick Bader, have you ever seen Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds?
Just did that.
Why are you going to ask me a question
I'm-
about a movie?
I'm asking-
You know I don't
Cory,
I'm asking
have
about
you
this.
seen?
I'm asking about this
I'm not.
because
Oh, dude, you
German
missed
plays
out.
a very particular role in the movie. and how Germans count to 3, which is different than Americans count to 3, or Europeans count to 3, Brits count to 3, is a very, very specific plot twist in the movie. And literally 1/3 of the movie is in German with subtitles. So I would think that you would naturally, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not fluent by any stretch of the imagination, but
No, but
I know a little.
Yeah, but due to the fact that it's subtitled, you don't have to be fluent to understand it. But speaking the language, you might have a deeper appreciation than I do, knowing the German that you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Joe.
Speaking of Quentin Tarantino's, has anyone seen?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No. Yeah.
Yes,
Any
I have.
good?
Yeah. Amazing.
Really good?
Amazing.
Worth seeing in theaters.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking absolutely. See it in the theater before.
Okay.
Unless you happen to have, the Nick Bader spectroscope vision with the
Pirate vision.
What vision do
with
I
the
have?
screen hanging from the ceiling and the rear projection from the back of the room.
Oi, Peter.
If you can get that in 4K, then absolutely do it that way. But otherwise, see it in the theater for sure. In fact, I heard that they were just coming back to theater with like an additional 20 minutes of footage that they're going to play at the front and the back of the film.
Okay, as long as it's worth seeing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because I actually I never go to the movies. Ever.
I
The
could
movies
not.
weren't around when you were around.
I could
No,
not
I mean,
recommend it more.
I don't want to see any
Because
movies.
you've seen Pulp Fiction. You've seen
Oh, yeah. I've seen all of them.
Django. You've seen. Yeah. You owe it to yourself as a fan of Tarantino to go see it
Right.
in the theater.
But I didn't want to. I don't like going to the movies because I'm most of the time gonna be. I'm like, it's not my. Everybody says it's good, but it's not my kind of good.
Well, hold on. You mean you're going to see a movie that someone else wants to drag you?
Yeah,
to
everyone
see?
says it's great, and then I go there and I'm like, okay, it's not my great.
Right.
It was. I don't want to waste
I
$12,
get you.
whatever.
Yeah,
But
it's
now
not
I
cheap to go to
did.
movies anymore.
I haven't gone to the movies in probably 2 years, but I did go and see Joker.
Oh, I saw it too.
Dawn went and saw Joker
Yeah.
like 1 week prior, and then I'm like, let's go in the movies. You said it was great, and I went, and I actually liked it
I like
because
it a
of
lot, too.
how not.
I was
mainstream.
curious as to how they were going to do it
Yeah.
with no
the sea.
It was
no
very good.
Batman,
I liked
no art, no
Yeah.
superheroes,
Reminds me
or
of
nothing.
seafood.
His whole
soup.
But
mentality.
if I could just end this line of questioning here,
Yeah.
so that Nick can move on, I would say, being a fan that you are of Tarantino, you owe it to yourself to see it in theater before it leaves.
Sure.
Done.
So real quick, before
Yes, sir.
we go any further,
Yep, well done.
we have the
Moving
camera well stabilized now. It's not going to fall over. But we did have several people enter the second we came back on. So I'd like to say hi to Caitlin Cutlet-Burke.
All right. Hey, Caitlin.
She was the one I was telling you guys about was on the AM radio the other day. Couldn't hear her for shit.
The other day,
So
Radio.
I was just bragging to her about how she can clearly hear us, and we're also on video and live streaming. So
awesome.
Aaron Fletcher is in the room,
Aaron Fletcher.
Mr. Fletcher.
and two guys I used to work with, Dave and Brian, are currently on as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do not know Dave and Brian, but I'm sure they're
Oh, and we just got
swell
two more.
fellas.
Oh, three more.
Is Scotty Moore one of them?
Nope. Lindsay Tobin, another person I used to work with in the old spot, and then Greg Bader joined,
Oh, all right.
and Amy Koss is in the room.
Chuck and Dave the Freak.
Amy's clearly lost. She will quickly leave.
She was just clicking around on her phone.
She's like, oh, I have a notification. Oh, wait. No.
No, close.
That's that stupid thing.
Close,
Yeah.
close.
As many times as I tag her and stuff too, this is the first time or maybe second time she came into the room. So
Okay.
It's like swiping on Facebook when you're trying to go real fast and you accidentally hit the like thing in
Are you sure you're not thinking about Tinder?
Grinder, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
No,
So-
you just hit it and you're like, where the fuck did all this shit come from? Dude, I'll tell you what, that happened to me on Facebook.
Oh, I was going to say.
Listen, just listen, I'll keep it
Where
short.
did all this dick come
I'll
from?
keep it short. I must have hit some like button when I was flying through my newsfeed, and it was like a bunch of like.
All of a sudden I was subscribed to Ukrainian.
What's
Yeah,
the
no,
This is everywhere.
No, it was like a bunch of like.
I was trying to keep it short, so I
It was a
wasn't-
bunch. It was a bunch of dad advice to their daughter. They're like, daughter, this is, you are the best, you are the most powerful, and blah, 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 blah. And it was like printed on like a softball, like a yellow softball.
Yeah.
And you could clearly tell it was Photoshop. It's like, daughter, I'm your dad and I love you. Just remember that no man deserves you because the only man that, blah, blah, blah. And it just went like on, you're like, who buys this shit for their fucking daughter? Nobody buys this shit for their fucking daughter. And then I hit the little thing to hide the ad, and then like I scroll like 3 news feeds past, and there's another one, like in like a heart-shaped pendant. So it went from a softball to a heart-shaped pendant, and it's the same fucking thing. It's like, daughter, please listen, I only the advice, and it was just some like long like poem thing that no dad would ever say to their fucking daughter, so I deleted that again. 3 swipes down, another one, and I'm just like, fucking A. I accidentally scrolled and liked this thing originally, and now all I get is all this shit on my fucking newsfeed. You know what I mean?
So you know what you do?
Jesus Christ.
You know what it was?
Kill myself and
Go out to Google and start Googling, I fucking hate pendants and Photoshop softballs.
Well, what
Does
it
that
was?
work?
Yeah, and the government will hear you, and they will adjust their search.
Oh, well, sons of
engine
bitches.
accordingly.
He was probably on Facebook.
I just don't want to be bombarded with this
You're
fucking
going.
shit.
No, it doesn't matter
I know,
what you
I know
do.
I am. I know
You're
I
going to be
am.
bombarded with
I know I
whatever they
am.
want because they're listening to everything you say.
I know, but Jesus
He was on
fucking Christ.
Facebook and he probably liked some, beer koozie or something.
Accidentally.
And he was like,
beer
oh,
koozie.
well, yeah, I'd like to see more stuff like this. And he accidentally liked the Daddy's Little Girl page.
All right, Nick took it to a creepy level.
And now he's seeing all these posts because...
Yeah.
Damn it. Erase.
Right. Facebook, Daddy's Little Girl group, unlike.
Well, I didn't say where it started.
You didn't really have to, though.
I really thought there'd be more hot chicks on this post.
We're all the barely legal
Fletch, what are you doing trolling around on Podbean this late at night? I thought your kids would have some sort of a swim match, or like me, you'd have gone through a full day's worth of work today and just been shagged out and fallen asleep on the couch.
It must be Facebook Live.
Shagged out.
Facebook Live or Podbean, Cory?
What's that?
Where these people are walking.
Yeah, when you named all those people, were they Facebook Live?
Live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently your brother is on his way.
Here, he's on his way to Michigan.
My brother?
Yeah, he said they're leaving from Iowa at 4 a.m. Yeah.
He's moving here.
Was he really?
Yeah, he got a job up in the thumb.
How do you know more about his brother than you do?
It's my brother.
Oh, you didn't say whose brother?
I don't have a brother.
You didn't say whose brother?
Bob.
He's got a brother?
Bob.
He's got a brother. Why wouldn't you say whose brother it is?
Because Greg
We were-
Vader is
we-
the
we
only
were talking-
sibling
we were
that
It's
was-
talking about
obviously,
Greg.
it's obviously not my brother, but
Who talked about Greg?
when Cory welcomed everybody back into the room.
Yeah, but then he started talking about your brother.
can your
He didn't
brother
say
get me a
whose-
job up in the thumb?
But Greg's the only one in Facebook
Really?
Live talking.
You want to climb
I'm
windows?
not looking at Facebook Live.
I'm not either.
I don't know who's in the room.
He told
I'll do anything.
Yeah, but there was a lot of time in between
Did
then
I
and
ever say
now.
Mike Guido was in the room?
No, but there was
Oh, Mike Guido's in the room?
a lot
No,
of
he's not.
time in between
I
there.
like Mike.
He never listens.
All I'm saying is, say his fucking
He's the
brother.
gentler of
That's
the Guidos.
You know he is.
Yes, he is.
Mike's
I do like your
More-
brother still. He's actively responding, even though he just said good night. He just.
I'm just thankful he's not driving through the country right now while he's trying to respond.
Well, yeah, that would be bad.
He would still.
hey guys, it's a pleasure.
So what
Typical
you
Vader move.
so what you're saying
Typical Vader move.
what you're saying is there's going to be a lot more Jaeger bombs in our future.
MFing Jaeger bombs. Well, he's still gonna live. I mean, it's gonna be like
Yeah, and the thumb's not.
by like Bad Axe,
Right.
So it's like a 2.5. It's a nice drive, but 2.5 3 hours.
Very scenic.
Just to give you guys a background on one of the last times Nick's brother was in town. It was around Christmas, and we went to the old Uncle Ray's official, and we were sitting there for a little bit, and finally,
Wasn't that? I think that was Greg's first time, wasn't it?
yeah. I hadn't had a Jaeger bomb in probably about 10 years.
Right, because why would you want to?
No,
Yeah.
hopefully so.
So, Nick's brother's,
As most
Hey.
right-thinking people would say.
he's like, "You guys want Jaeger bombs?"
No, I
And
don't.
I looked at Nick, I'm like, I don't think I I do.
But here's the
I'd
thing.
rather put a fork in my ass.
Here's where I have to insert this part of it.
God,
In my brother's
He said that was 2 years ago. That
Yeah, no, it was. But in my brother's defense, he wouldn't. He would kind of finger wag at drinking, but he was a weed guy.
Okay.
So he was into. A lot of people do one or the other. They're like, oh yeah, I don't need to drink. Da 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 da.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much.
So he's.
I will take another Jaeger bomb from you.
He's recently made the transition and had like a coming to Jesus with, oh my God, alcohol's actually good and I don't need to do weed anymore.
Okay.
And so now I feel like he was coming out to raise like, holy shit, the last time I did shots was way back in the early 2000s. Are you kids still doing Jaeger bombs?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That makes sense, I guess.
George W. Bush was president.
I was going to say that's
Right.
typical like pothead. I don't drink anymore, and then there was no like hop, skip, and a jump. That was straight into Jaeger bombs. So you don't start off with like cherry bombs or Washington apples.
No, it was
completely
all
skip.
Yeah, it was
from
all
I
Jaeger
don't drink
bombs.
right to Jaeger bombs. You're like there is a big bridge.
yeah, because
You
I
just
think that
fucking-
was like the last thing he remembered doing shots of when he used to drink. In between, it was
12,
just all-
15 years ago.
Yeah, really, honestly.
That's
And it was,
good
and now he's like,
Original
oh, yeah.
Four Loco. Anybody?
He's like, I love vodka. And I drink vodka all the time.
And that's why when he said Jaeger bombs, I'm like, I know you're old. You're considerably older than
How old is he?
myself.
He's 39.
All right, so he's older than most of us.
So I was like, Jaeger bombs, huh?
Bob the
Sorry, something.
Middle
beforehand.
finger-
I'm just gonna wipe that off.
sweat wiper.
But
Oh, and Hobby Hobson did just join as well.
but here's the
Hobby, thank you, sir, for the long mic cord, which came in handy tonight.
here's the thing though with the Jaeger bombs. We could have got on board with the with the
I'm cold.
nostalgic,
What does that have to do with your yawning?
It makes me sleepy.
I'm listening.
like the nostalgic Jaeger bomb. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But within 15 minutes, he ordered 3 rounds. And at
3 Jaeger bombs?
Oh,
3
yes.
rounds. And Corey's like, all right, I love your brother, but we're gonna have to cut off the Jaeger.
I have to kill him.
I'm done.
He felt about Jaeger bombs the
I love
way we
him.
feel
I have
about
to kill him.
Fireball. Okay.
Nah, I don't.
I mean, that's fine.
Do you think that's comparable though? I mean,
Yeah.
Comparable?
Yes.
No, okay.
I think it's comparable.
But Fireball's straight out of the bottle. Jaeger bombs you're mixing with Red Bull, so that's
It
like
doesn't
a,
matter.
that's
It's
a-
his shot of choice.
but
That's what he likes to do.
I think
He wanted to share that with everybody.
No, I
They
understand
didn't
that.
necessarily want to share
But
with him.
actual like
But-
shot wise,
He brought fruits from his country, and we brought fruits from ours.
shot wise, a
Just
Jaeger
eat
bomb's
lots
a little
of
more amped up than a Fireball. I think it is.
All right, it's
You
really
did
good.
what? I'm sorry.
I don't think they're
What'd you say?
referring to content. I think they're just thinking like.
No, but like in terms of like getting you fucked up,
Oh,
you
you're
take.
stronger.
Yeah, that's all. I was trying to
Jaeger I think is
much
70
stronger.
proof. Fireball's about 30.
And plus, you have the Red Bull in it. That's gonna,
Right.
you know.
But basically, the way Cory felt about a Jaeger bomb is what I feel about Fireball.
Any liquor other than
Well,
rum chata?
First
Oh,
of
no,
all,
I like other liquor, just not Fireball.
first of
No,
all,
but go ahead, Bob.
first,
You're not Bob. Nick.
no problem, Mike.
That's not a problem, Frank.
No, I mean, first of all, I can't stand
Steven!
I can't stand black licorice.
Alright.
But it was like
How racist of you, sir.
it is like I don't like white licorice either. But it was like how Fireball is now.
Yeah.
I never was like, ooh, give me a whole bunch of sugary cinnamon that tastes like Red Hots.
Yeah.
You end up acquiring a taste for it.
And Colgate
Yeah.
toothpaste.
And at the time in the early 2000s, you ended up liking very, very, very cold Jaeger bombs because the Red Bull offset that disgusting black licorice taste.
Yeah.
But having it after so long, Corey and I were both taken aback. We were like, oh my God. And then 3 rounds in 15 minutes.
I almost killed myself.
Wow. Are you all right?
I've never seen him do
Surprised we didn't hear another tugboat.
I broke my ankle.
Yeah, Corey will tell you that.
Corey was getting into his chair. And
It took
rolled
me. It took me a long time to get on the Fireball train.
Yeah.
I was just like, "What is this fucking two?
And
fucking cinnamon toothpaste water.
It's too mouthwash. It's like mouthwash.
Yeah, but now it's I don't mind it.
I don't mind it, but it's like the first shot always goes down like a rusty rake to me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, especially because I don't like sweets, and it almost like every time I taste it, it tastes even more sugary. It's like syrupy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you.
But this is blasphemous to right now.
If I normally we do the podcast in the basement. If I don't pull those shot glasses up within 24 hours to rinse them out, minimum 24 hours later, with the next night, I'll pull them upstairs, and it's a sludge.
Turns into like maple.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you have to soak them. Right.
No, but you take your finger. And you have
to get
get out of
congealed.
it. Yes, it is. Congealed is a great word. That's exactly what it is. All around the bottom of the on the bottom of the glass.
Right.
Because you're taking the shot and it's leaking down, and we've all got holes in our lips apparently, but it's always in the bottom of the shot glass.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of sugary shittiness to those shots.
So like when you're taking shots.
Hey. Oh, okay.
Let me start again.
Yeah.
When you're taking shots, everybody has had that liquor that they've gotten sick off of. What are you doing?
Yeah, and those are not shots.
Right, and then you won't drink it again.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, is it the same thing with food? Like you've eaten that food in the past that maybe you've puked up, mac and cheese or cottage cheese. Or
I don't think so with food for me.
So like food's fine, but when you drink alcohol and you've had too much of that alcohol and you end up barfing it up.
Yeah, your body's creating a negative placebo saying this almost killed me.
But how come it's like
it
that
does.
with alcohol, but it's not like that with food? I mean,
because generally you're not drunk when you eat that food.
No, but I mean you've eaten stuff where you've gotten sick off of.
But here's the thing: if you were to have like food poisoning and get sick off of it, then it may be the case.
Well, no, that's
but
what I'm talking about.
you're typically not eating so much that you just throw up. You're usually throwing up because your body's rejecting too much alcohol.
True.
So your body's saying this tried
it's
to
like
kill me.
I've barfed lots of times off of beer, but I still drink beer.
I think we all understand that if you go and eat something, unless you're competitively eating, if you end up throwing up from that food because of food poisoning, it's because that food was tainted.
Sure.
It doesn't mean that every veal scallopini you have is going to be tainted in that same
veal
way.
scallopini.
You know what I mean?
Fucking. How do we look? How do we look? How do we look from up there, Bob? Jesus Christ! No, but you get what I mean.
You're fucking high.
No, it's like we've all thrown up off of drinking too much beer, right? But we still drink beer.
Well, I think
what you have that one alcohol. Mine is like Bacardi. I barfed in that shit when I was 19 up in Central Michigan, and if you put a shot of that in front of me, I will douse everything in vomit.
Yeah.
I won't even have to drink it, won't even have to smell it. Just have to look at it and know that it came out of that bottle with the big O on it.
Yeah.
And my vomit's going everywhere.
No, I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But I think it's, the amount of flavoring and stuff that goes into alcohol, it's the idea is to hide the taste. Food actually generally tastes good. Beer, typically, we're drinking light beer. It's very far and few that you're going to have so much Coors Light that you're going to throw up.
Okay, that makes sense.
But if you do, you're not, oh my God, all I taste is Coors Light.
Right.
You're just throwing up.
Yeah.
If you're going to throw up Fireball, all you're going to taste is cinnamon.
Yeah.
And your body is going to create that defense mechanism to say, I don't need to have this anymore because you tried to kill me.
I concur.
Yeah. So the same.
What do you concur?
It's that strong flavor. So like
the thought of taking a shot or a sip of Fireball makes me want to vomit.
So the thought process
in the bathroom of the drink exchange.
Is it anything anymore?
No,
they're closed down.
Really? They closed?
I hope before they shut down, they
Rollbox?
rebrand themselves.
So we're gonna
Danielle's toilet.
So we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around and say what is that one alcohol for each one of us. We know Joe's is Bacardi.
That's
I was
great.
gonna say I have another one.
That's great.
Can I go pee first?
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know if I could stop you.
You know what? Before you do, just say your booze.
Oh, okay.
What is it that I feel like you
It was
already did.
Bacardi.
Okay.
And I fucking I wanted to
you
fuck.
had
Off to the bathroom you go.
I feel the same way though.
Off to the
I
Bacardi.
have two.
But
Well, say them now so you can go to the bathroom.
It's Bacardio and Bacardi Limon. Fucking
Oh, same thing.
All right.
same thing.
But
exactly.
here's the thing: is
Not
it's like
good,
that's,
not fun,
That
very
synthetic
bad.
citrus.
It was that's what it was. It was just that
But here's
fake like cleanser kind of
but to
taste
the,
to it that just fucking will kill me.
To play the devil's advocate on this, you have to imagine all the different things that we're going to name at the table that are like shrill factors now.
Yeah.
At one point, had to have tasted great.
Oh, there's a
Oh, yeah.
there's a
Dude, it
story
wasn't bad
behind
at all.
every one of them.
It's like Southern Comfort. Like you're like, okay, that's good.
Thanks,
shit.
Joe.
What? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go pee. well-
Niagara Falls.
Give me 30 seconds. I want to hear all this
Lots
stuff.
of
So
water.
give me.
Lots of
Lots
water.
of water.
Lots of water.
No, yeah, mine
No,
was.
that's what I
mine was
completely
definitely
agree with that.
Mine was SoCo 100.
Yeah, behind everybody. There's a story behind everybody.
Mine was SoCo 100 only because it absolutely tastes the same way going in as it does going out. I mean, there's nothing that changes. It's exactly the same. It's got a very unique flavor. It's no.
Well,
Danielle?
while Joe's in the bathroom real quick, just to give everyone an update,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to... So the apple pie moonshine is right over here in the sink cooling off. And
And a nice bath.
in an ice bath. And we will be
Well said.
adding the necessary contents in a little bit.
So, Cory, just to explain to everybody, since we didn't have the Facebook Live going on.
Oh, you know what? Were you going to go through like the moonshine process?
No, I was just gonna go into the point we came to.
That's a great. I want to do that. I think we should in detail because
Well, yeah,
maybe people have never done. So can we finish going
Yeah,
on the table?
yeah, let's
Hey,
finish that.
Danielle, what's your drink of? What's your undrink of choice? What's the one liquor that you're like
Barf.
no,
Fireball. Absolutely Fireball.
because of Christmas Eve?
Yeah. No, it was Christmas Day.
My bad.
So the
Our
rough
first Christmas together,
backstory.
Yeah.
I drank way too much on Christmas Day with.
Well, hang on. So the actual backstory being, we started playing darts every Christmas Day, and Pups was the only place that was open.
in Deer Lawrence.
Which back then you worked that day you worked and you worked until like 11, so we didn't
Right.
celebrate Christmas until.
Is she trying? Are you trying to blame this like Cory's
No,
late
no,
work
no.
schedule?
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying that we were
All right.
out very late on
Not sure what that
Christmas
has to do
drinking.
with it.
So on
Okay.
Christmas
part of
Day,
it.
Pups was the only
Okay.
place that was open.
Mhm.
And Danielle thought it would be a good idea to try to keep shot for shot with Bob and I.
And I don't remember much of any of this.
calling you.
To be
And,
quite honest, I remember puking.
Cecilia.
Next thing I know, she was staggering off to the bathroom.
Really?
Yep.
And I found her in there, facing the toilet, puking everywhere.
Oh
Yeah.
God, the Puck's bathroom.
Exactly.
At least the men's
Oh, the
room.
woman's wasn't any better.
Disgusting.
It was like a state of squalor.
Right, and then this was before she had the dogs and everything, so she was staying at my house.
She was on the floor.
Yeah,
At Pucks? Yes.
Oh,
and then she came back to the house and
Uh,
she's again in the bathroom throwing up.
This is why it's all very traumatic.
And my Keegan started yelling downstairs. She's like,
you have your own Keegan?
yes.
Did you say my Keegan?
She's like,
Oh, you're Keegan.
she started yelling at me. She's like, "What'd you do to her? Why are you making her cry?" I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm trying to help her.
I cry when I puke.
Molly that bitch on your own.
Because it hurts and it makes me sad.
Makes me sad.
Just trying to get me, son.
It does.
It makes me
Sorry, yeah,
sad.
that was Danielle's.
All right, Cory, what's your regrettable never again liquor?
Libation, yeah.
I'm with Nick. Not SoCo 100, but just straight SoCo.
Yeah,
You set it down in front of me.
yeah.
I will puke everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
that was due to spring break when we were in
Yeah.
South Padre.
With my brother.
Yeah. And I couldn't drink beer at the time. To me, beer was just insanely disgusting.
Yeah.
So what I found was mixing SoCo with Coke with the lime already infused.
Ugh.
Back when they had that.
That's a lot of fake citrus.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
making me want to throw up right now.
So that was all I could drink when we were on spring break. And it got me good. It got me real good.
No, it's delicious when you're naive to it. You know.
Well, let's just put it this way. In South Padre, around spring break, it was still like 100 degrees outside.
Mhm.
And one night walking back to our condos, I started just getting the chills and I was freezing cold. And I'm like, this isn't good. So
It's
when
either the flu or I'm dying.
I was warm, so these chills actually feel pretty good now.
So I went up to the room and I literally had to lay in the bathtub with boiling hot water coming down on me. I'm like, oh, I have some sort of poisoning. Got in bed, literally took all the covers from everyone's bed in the entire room and had to cover up with them to stop myself from feeling freezing cold and getting the chills. And yeah, so ever since then.
You didn't throw up?
No, never threw up actually.
Oh, you would have felt better.
Yeah, this was really the first time I ever was really exposed to alcohol and drank. So I didn't. I'm sure if I would have forced myself to throw up, it probably would have helped me. But I didn't know.
It would have been amazing.
I didn't know any better. So instead, I feel like I had a hint of the old alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, right.
Well, since we roped it around
No,
on
Bob, we haven't got Bob yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
It's Captain.
My bad. I was going to the bathroom.
Captain Morgan for me. What's that?
Turn your mic a little bit. There you go.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
My tooth.
Captain Morgan for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, the old Captain Morgan that we're putting right in the moonshine.
Right in the moonshine.
But it's
that we have at the cider on the hayride.
It's fine.
I mean, all that shit that we're dumping in there.
But if I had, so the backstory is, and I feel like I've already told this before, so I'll go into it through really quick. In the fraternity, you get when you are accepted into a fraternity, you get a father, someone who's a couple years ahead of you, who adopts you sort of as their quote unquote son of the fraternity. And there's a family drink because they have a father and their father has a father, and it just gets passed down. So Matt Brown.
Is this a sexual thing?
No. Okay. Matt Brown was my dad, and the family drink was Captain Morgan. So when you do Father's Night and you find out who your father's fraternity is, it's a whole lot of mind fucking, and at the end of it, you end up in the chapter room with all the actors sort of around you, and it's a bit of a misdirection as to who is your dad. And so someone will come up and go, and they'll tell a story about you, and like, that's why he's my son. And people are like, oh, that's crazy, all around you, like, that's crazy. And someone will be like, hold on, that's not true. I got a story about him, and I want to tell it. And they'll tell a story, like, oh, that's why he's my son. No, I can't believe it. And someone else will be like, oh, no, that's not true. I got a better one. And so they do that a couple of times, and I'm sure there's a formula to it. But Matt got up there and he's like, told a story about me and some girl I was dating or whatever that he had some inside dirt on he got from my roommate, and he's like, that's why he's my son. And it was like, yeah, because they all knew he's my son. So he's like, give me a fifth of Captain Morgan, and he's like, all right, family drink. And everybody around, there's like 70 people around you, and they'll go like, bubbles, like tip it back and keep drinking. So you don't want to let anybody down. You want to measure up, whatever. So I fucking cracked it, tipped it back, and it was 2/3 of the fifth.
Oh God!
Down like glug until it was gone, and people are like, yeah. And you're
So this shit's
you're
like coming out of your
19,
nose.
and you're
Why are you drinking?
I'm like chugging it down, and then the rest of the party, I think I lasted for like another 30 minutes of the party, and then I ended up like drunk and stumbling back to my dorm room and passing out. I passed out in the half in the hallway, half in the doorway. Like I got the door open, and then that's as far as I made it. Like my legs in the hallway,
it's like Portland,
my
right,
torso
Cory?
in the room, and that's where my roommate found me.
Just like Portland, minus the donuts.
I was never sicker than that, so I can't
No donuts.
I can't do Captain Morgan after that.
Throw up.
Oh yeah.
Now.
So, but Captain Morgan mixed with other shit, I'm fine. But I can't do like a shot of Captain Morgan. I can't drink Captain Morgan. Nothing where I can taste like a Captain and Coke, Captain Diet. I can't do that.
Sure.
No, it's like putting the fifth in front of you, and you're just like, get that fucking shit away from me.
Yeah.
Now.
Hey, real quick before you go to your now,
Sorry.
we hit a milestone.
Did we?
Literally showed on the computer 26 people in the room at one time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never happened before.
I feel like
think this
that's
is
the only
the-
milestone for this.
Well, I'm just gonna
This
say
is the only time no one else is in the room but Cory.
Yeah.
Cory.
Hey,
I joined that room 25 times, by the way.
Now the funny thing is the four of you are always here, but that oddball guy that's here right now just brought that 26th person.
Did anyone join the room that knows Joe?
Nobody. Shut up, Nick.
Where is the backing from Dawn? Why is she
I
not?
said Dawn actually
she's sleeping.
Dawn actually sent me a personal message and said she deleted her Facebook page.
Dawn enters the room.
Joe's retarded. Nobody wants to talk to Joe.
You haven't been answering your phone.
I don't even like
Any
Joe.
podcast with Joe as a guest is doomed to fail. I want nothing. No, I want
That's
no
all
part
she
of
says.
it.
She says Dewey Cox never gonna make it.
And your mom did just join as well.
Oh, did
My
yours?
mom did.
No, my mom.
Oh, good. See, if my mom joined, I'm like, oh, at least she figured out how to use. Okay, so
Hello, butter.
we got
Hello,
the
butter.
alcohol that makes everybody sick. Now, we could tell a.
I was like, oh.
We could tell a
And
story
Scotty
about.
Moore is live on Podbean.
Scotty Moore.
We could tell
It's
a
not
story.
It's not a Schnozzcast podcast without Scotty Moore in the Podbean room. Love you, brother.
We could tell a story about other people at the table, or we could tell our own personal story about one of the top 3 times that we were completely annihilated.
I'm not done.
Keep
with
it clean.
I'm not done with that. Yeah.
No. Like, I'm going to tell my time and your time. And Cory tells his time.
You're gonna tell my time?
No, I'm going to tell
Oh.
my time that I was completely just.
But what
No.
is this? A boastful story about like that's when I was the most drunk.
Yeah, it's like the top 3 times. We don't have to. We can do whatever. That was a suggestion.
I don't want to be a negative Nancy here.
No, it's going to be a positive Patty or whatever. Negative Nancy minus Patty. Right? There we go. No, this is going to be a joyous thing. Just be like, this is how
Is it?
friggin'
is it
cashed.
Hello, Jack.
How cashed I was.
You alright?
Yeah, sorry, iron deficiency.
Iron deficiency?
I got up from the couch and then my vision.
Lightheaded?
Oh well, there's apricots and pumpkin seeds right in the cupboard there,
I have iron pills still.
And
or iron
Doritos.
pills upstairs. Either way, glad you're okay.
Yeah, saying I'm gonna go out to food.
What kind of food you gonna get?
I have no food.
Got dizzy when you got up off the couch, but you still have to look at food, huh?
Call Jets. You can get a discount.
I was gonna say if you Jets still, how late is Jets open?
Been there.
If you want to do that, I'll pay.
You don't have to pay. I could probably finagle free food.
Yes, I think.
I might know someone.
Why don't you, hey Joe? Can you step out and talk to the kids as far as what they want?
Of course I will, but can we talk about the most times that we were... Man, then I don't think I can do that for your kids. There, Bob.
All right,
No.
all right. Whatever you need.
Sorry, curl your paws up at least. There you go.
I'm willing to cover. I just don't know.
I
what they
will.
want.
Relax.
I'm not sure how I got roped into that, but
So what do you want?
what?
There you
Oh my
go.
God.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Thank
What do you
Sit
sons
down.
of bitches want? What happened?
No, we're
Nothing.
getting the takeover.
They have pizza.
They do have pizza.
It's a hard decision.
I would have never guessed.
How do you not know you want?
Look, if he's driving a hard bargain, Cottage Inn is very accommodating. We can go to Cottage Inn instead.
That's what we had. That's what it was earlier.
Joe and Reno's, I'm fine with that. Kids, don't let Joe browbeat you into getting Jets.
I
Don't forget, Cottage Inn was happy to take orders, so was
I
Joe
don't
and Reno's.
care. I don't care. Here.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, I didn't know you were trying to.
Bath water.
Bob, what are
No way.
Okay, well.
But I just broadcast that to the world.
Yes, you sure did.
That's fine. They'll never-
Anyone who wants to show up now.
It might be tough for them to find me in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Is there anybody still in the room?
Oh yeah.
Is Fletch still in there?
I can't see. Oh, maybe I can. Hang on. Ken Lashinsky just joined as well.
Kenny L.
Yeah, no, I can't see who's still currently in here, but we do have plenty of people still in.
Ken Lashinsky, I just shot you a friend request today. You're welcome, sir.
Oh, and Scotty Morris just joined the live stream.
Tell me. No.
Scott, I think you might be
to them.
going back and forth
get your
with
food.
Kevin Cromwell as far as our biggest fan.
We didn't like have me.
Yeah, I don't think he has the free time to be the historian. I feel like Ken. Oh, you got to take that right off the table.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, put it right back here. On the
Okay.
windowsill. Right there on the windowsill.
We have decided
Yeah.
we would like a pizza, half meat lovers and half mushroom and olive. And
A pizza.
yes. And
A large pizza, right?
Yes, sure.
Does anybody else in the room want pizza?
And we would like an order of mild buffalo wings.
She wanted the wings.
I'm feeling wings right now.
Is this good drink or are you guys using this for anything?
No,
that's right.
Don't drink out of the bottle.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fine.
Can I have some?
Yeah.
All you, Jack.
I suppose there's a lot of stuff going on back behind there.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Hey, Cory, do you want some pizza? Or you
Hang
good?
on. Usually they're on there.
I'm good.
Danielle?
That'll work.
Joe, are you gonna eat some pizza?
Me?
I guess if we get a large, then between Jack and Cecilia and me and Nick, that should be fine.
Right. You want the rich? I want the rich.
I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out. Okay.
Yeah,
Can erase it. Right.
like your address.
Throw
What?
some money in for tips.
No, I'll pay for all of it.
No, you don't have to pay for it. Just throw money in for tips.
I have no cash, unless I have like $15 in quarters in my office.
He's throwing $50
All right.
worth of quarters in.
All right.
Ken said he'll add you.
Oh, thanks, Ken. Appreciate that. I'm not sure how. I feel like we've taken a break now.
Well, as you can see over here, there's just
half of our podcast is
everyone's
sitting
just kind of congregating.
Yeah, right.
Like a senior prom where people can't find anyone to dance with.
Okay, one member of the podcast is cooling down the wart. The other one's getting food for your kids. So, what do you want to do?
I think I'm paying for food for my kids.
But he's helping. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I'm
I'm joining that chorus. Well, I need to pay for the fucking food.
If we had the alcohol, it'll evaporate.
And Ken, if you were here right now, we would give you one. Otherwise, it's going to cost $150.
$150.
Yeah, he wanted us to save him some apple pie. And in my defense, I shouldn't say my defense, but he did ask for the recipe for it 17 times, and I never typed it all out for him. So that one's on me. But I did give him one. But after this, it's gonna cost him. He said just trade Joe a Rubik's cube and take one of his to give to Ken. Well, I guess we're gonna take a break.
I know that it's just you and I left.
No, I'll be back. Like literally 1 second, I'll be back.
Okay, well that was 1 second.
I'm sorry that you have to talk and you're normally typing. Talk to your girlfriend.
Saving the podcast.
No, and Jack slides in.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Oh, hey.
Spin cycle.
So,
Does your son wash his hair?
first thing I have to say,
Yes.
is there a story behind Heroes of Charlotte? That is a shirt Jack's
He's
wearing.
got very defensive.
I had this shirt for a little while. We played a show, I think a little bit outside of Hamtramck, like a venue called The Sanctuary. There was a few bands there. I think we were first or second, but there was a band there, Heroes of Charlotte. We had heard that they were breaking up because they were all like going to different colleges and whatnot, and like they were a pretty big band in like the indie scene they were in, and everyone like this was gonna be their last show together. And so at the end of the show, they were handing out all this free merch, like just free shirts that they weren't gonna use. So I got this for free, and then at the end of the night, we learned they weren't breaking up. They were just giving away all this free merch. So I got a free shirt. I love this shirt.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not often you go to a concert and you get a free shirt, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Normally it's $57
Yeah.
to get one shirt.
And I know all the dudes there. They're really cool. So that's good.
They're underage, or have they been around a little bit longer?
Yeah, they were around my age, yeah.
Okay.
College.
All right. What and this is obviously play along the same kind of lines of music.
Yeah. They're a little more like punky Blink-182 kind of stuff, but they're still really good.
So where do you classify if they're more punky Blink-182? What do you classify your band's music as?
So I would say it's very difficult because I would have to like reference bands that you had no idea about, but that like
Try me.
American football. Exactly.
Oh for one.
American football is like it's called Midwest indie.
Okay.
It's like
Midwest indie.
it's indie from the Midwest, but it's
Well, I picked that much up from the name.
I figured. I'm just checking. Okay. I'm just checking. But
It's indie from the Midwest. Okay,
a lot of the bands that we play, that we play with, usually they're around that. But also there's a lot of heavier acts in there. Like at the concert I get this shirt from, there was a band that we played with a few times called Sapona, and they were more like heavy metal screamo kind of stuff.
Okay.
But they still killed it, and they were last, and they were like headlining the gig, so that was fun. They also have a house out in I think like farther out in Taylor over there, but it's just their house and like all their friends own it, but they like souped up the garage to where it's like there's the main garage which looks like a normal garage, you could park a car in it, whatever, and then the side room is huge, and they have a stage, they have like a sound system set up like hung from the ceiling, and it's amazing. It's a great venue to play. I only played it once, but it was,
So they're basically they like have a stage set up in their garage.
oh yeah, they just host like bands like anytime they want.
And so they're like, are there neighbors or anything like that around them?
There are neighbors.
And they're cool with it.
Apparently.
Oh, that's
I didn't see the police the one time I went, so
I mean, good for them if they can pull that off. That's awesome.
yeah.
So okay, but also going back now too. So you said it was Midwest indie
Yes, Midwest
was the type of music,
indie alternative, stuff like that.
and then there was in the same concert there was a heavy metal kind of.
I'm not talking like heavy metal as in like Black Sabbath or like stuff like that. Not like kind of hard rock heavy metal, more of like I'm gonna have to reference some bands that you may not know. Do you know Dillinger Escape Plan? Exactly. Whoever's listening.
No, and I'm trying. I try, and this is something that's new to me.
Yeah.
Because now clearly, like everything, music-wise, is getting from like your dad's age and even people my age.
Yeah.
Everything was pretty like clear cut and concise of what you were and what you did.
Yeah.
And now it seems like there's like more and more types of music and genres of music.
Exactly.
That people are, which don't get me wrong, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's
But
a lot of.
it's just for people that had those clear, concise genres.
Yeah.
It's a little bit to learn and think about that. This new stuff that's coming out, or how people are trying to make a different sound or a different give a different sound to their band, which you can't blame someone for, because that's how you're going to make it.
Exactly.
Is you have to have that certain sound that is set aside from everyone else.
Yeah, no, did you just...
We're here.
There are a lot of like subgenres in like the kind of genre location we're in, like.
Well, and yeah, it seems like if they don't feel like they fit in a certain genre or classification of music, they tend to like kind of make their own.
It's partially that I don't think you like. I don't think you can.
Again, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah, I'm just saying like, I don't think they like. Oh, we're now suddenly like this kind of strict genre, like with a classified name. I think there has to be a few more bands that sound very similar to that for it to be like a permanent subgenre. But
Okay.
I do agree there are way more subgenres of at least indie and like alternative and whatnot nowadays.
Yeah, but isn't the idea for like some of the greats to kind of pave your own way and make your own,
Exactly, and that like
not compare yourself to anybody else?
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'll give those bands credit for is that they're trying to have their own sound and they don't want to be classified in we're rock.
Right. It's hard to say what we are.
yeah they're not trying to we're not trying to compare them to others to put them down, more just classify them.
Right, just to tell other people about
Clang,
it.
clang,
And
king
say,
of
well,
the
do you
great
think
round.
I would like this kind of music? Well, what does it
Exactly.
sound like?
Yeah, and it also helps in like finding other bands that sound very similar. Hey,
Oh hey.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how's it going?
So that's awesome though. And it sounds like you guys are doing pretty good.
yeah, we had a gig Saturday night. Last Saturday we played a veterans hall in Northville, and there was this one band there. Like I swear to God, they sounded like if Led Zeppelin and the White Stripes had a baby. It sounds strange, but it was amazing.
That's an interesting mix.
Do they have
They're
any
called the
music
Sugar
available?
Tradition.
Do they have musical like on Bandcamp?
Bob, if you're not,
They're up on Spotify. They have one album out right now, but it's amazing. I highly recommend it.
Okay, so I can find
what's
it
the
on
name of the
Spotify.
The Sugar Tradition.
Money. Tally up, man. Bill coming.
Big tips or
Full bill.
okay.
It's $38.
don't ever give Joe money.
I know.
Are you serious? Don't fuck with him like that.
Whoa.
Were you
give
in
me
Target
plastic? Shit.
All right, hold on.
Afraid we
Joe.
don't accept your
I'm
credit.
kidding, Jack.
Joe.
Watch your quarters.
I told you I have his quarters.
Give them to Mel.
I'm going to.
Can't you tip on the card?
I don't have to.
No, I'm going to
Not the Target card.
All right, Jack, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you remember what episode you
Jack,
and
I would
Brett
never charge you.
were first on?
Me and Brett together.
Yes.
I've only been on a handful of episodes. I think.
Right, that's what should make it easier.
I was on the second one for sure. That did not have Brett. I would say probably the sixth episode.
Okay. Bob, your guess on that?
On what?
Nice try.
But what's the question?
What episode were Jack and Brett first featured on?
'Cause I know I first talked to Brett on the phone on an episode.
Yeah, we talked about the phone-in episode where he.
No, the one he was actually here.
Oh wait,
And Jack
oh, yeah.
came downstairs and joined.
doing it for a little bit.
That would be 27.
27.
That's my
Wow.
guess.
Nick,
Go ahead.
11.
11. Jack says 6.
Well, no, I'd like to change my answer because I didn't know we were doing like face to face. I thought just like
No, yeah, the episode that you actually sat down there with all of us and
Yeah.
Brett was down there.
Don
Okay.
Henley and Stevie Nicks always did things face to face.
I would probably
You mean Lindsay
say
Buckingham?
No.
20.
So we got 20 from Jack, 27 from
Don
Bob.
Henley, Stevie Nicks.
And you said what?
11.
11?
I don't remember.
Bill, what
that
do you
song.
say?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
So you should have stuck with
Right on.
your original answer.
Wasn't
What
it
is it?
7?
It was episode 7.
We talked about this a couple
Was it
weeks
really?
ago.
Yes.
Wow.
Episode 7 that you and Brett were on.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you were close with 6.
The one we scrubbed.
Yes. That Brett fucked up.
Brett had his phone in his pocket and it caused a lot of feedback. So.
Jack. Drink that.
No.
It's not alcohol.
It's no alcohol.
It's apple cider.
Is it hot?
Are we
Not
ready to
anymore.
add booze?
It used to be.
Sir?
I was gonna say, speaking of which,
They're not good.
Yeah, we're ready.
Are we ready?
We're down to about 75
Tastes a lot of
degrees, so
cinnamon.
we're good.
Right, that's it. Let's go.
Okay, so let's. Are we done streaming then too?
So we could stop it and start again.
It's only
Wow.
20 after 11.
It's 20. Yeah.
I think we could talk a little bit more.
So
I
we
got-
Well,
can-
here's
some
what
things
we'll
to
do.
say.
Yeah.
We'll shut down the live stuff.
Okay.
We'll add the accoutrement to the
To the work.
wart, and then we'll come back. We can go back live on Podbean, and then
Yeah.
I'll just take a regular video.
Okay, sounds good.
All
We'll
right,
be back.
everyone. We'll be back in a few.